Hi guys, Matty Gaming here. Here's going to be a quick versus of the GT Omega race wheel stand and the Next Level Racing race wheel stand. So ignore the pedals and the shifter, this is just about the race wheel stand for now. So straight off the bat, the biggest difference I would say these two have is the angle that it sits the pedals at. Straight off the bat, if I sit here, you can see that the GT Omega has a much flatter foot plate for you to mount your pedals to, whereas the Next Level Racing wheel stand has a much more elevated position, but it does have the ability to also move the plate forwards or backwards, which you don't have on the GT Omega. But what you have on the GT Omega that you don't have on the Next Level Racing Sim is the ability to adjust the angle of the wheel plate. So where they've gone for foot, they've gone for wheel plate. Now for me, I have it pretty flat and high because I'm 6 foot and I like to make sure my knees don't bang on it. And I also like the fact that there is no bars that come down here. Originally I had something called the Ultimate Wheel Stand before I bought the GT Omega. They had a central bar and it was a real pain. So I saw this and saw the lack of bars and thought, brilliant. But this has the bars here for one very good reason, that if I lift the plate up there, I start to compress it and this can easily be folded away. Easily be folded away. They're both very sturdy. I mean, this one's probably a little more flexible because this is solid, but then again, this doesn't have the level of adjustment on the base plate there. So I'm just going to let the camera catch up. Down here you have adjustable feet, which you don't have on the Next Level, and that will mean that if you are on a wooden floor like I am, you're going to have to try and find some way of stopping that moving, because once you've got a wheel on there and it's shaking around, that could be quite irritating. There is levels of adjustment for height on both, and it is a similar system. Little twist bolts that go in there, you can pull it up. I find any higher than what I've currently got it, and it feels like the wheel's far too high and I start aching my shoulders more. Because of the angle of elevation of that main bar there, it's quite acute. The height changes dramatically, and it's not so dramatic on the GT Omega, but it's very dramatic on this. If you start bringing it up, then all of a sudden the height of your wheel, instead of the movement of the wheel towards you, the height of your wheel is more effective, whereas this brings your wheel closer to you, if anything, and slightly higher. Biggest con on both is going to be cable management, ladies and gentlemen, because the simple fact is there is no cable management. I had to make my own up on this to run the cables up, and it's not nice, it's not pretty, but it does the job. Add-ons, so you can add on a full sim setup like what I have on my GT Omega that goes to this. We have 2 of those metal poles that stick in there. You tighten down those there onto the poles and you slide that on the back. This has a bolting system, so if you were to buy the back would then sit there up against it and you would bolt on through that system there, and then you'd have your Next Level Racing simulator. So closing thoughts, if you want to spend if you've got £170 to spend and you want it on a closable, collapsible wheel stand that's easily closable, collapsible, buy this one. If you haven't got £170 to spend, you're close to 150, because the 170 gives you a shifter mount on there as well, which we don't currently have because it's at pulse. Because you'll have to pay £22 for this shifter mount here. If you're close to the 150 mark, then this is a good buy, and it is easy to adapt and obviously put that on the back. I built this over a couple of years and I have a full system now, and I really enjoy it. But out of the two, there's not a massive, once you add in the shifter mount, there's not a massive price discrepancy. So it is down to your own personal feel. Do you like your feet to be slightly more elevated and have the ability to move that forward and back, or do you want them to be nice and flat and solid and welded in place, and you just use the mounting points there to move that forward and back. I have mine quite far forward because I feel that that's closer to driving position. But each to their own. My settings won't necessarily work for you. I've been Muddy Gamer. I hope you've enjoyed this Versus. As I've said, they're both very, very good units. Please steer clear of the Ultimate Wheel Stand sold on Amazon. The middle bar is atrocious and it rocks around like you would not believe. Save up you some money and get one of these two. So yeah, I've been Muddy Gamer. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share, and I shall see you in the next one.